Your aura doesn't just reflect energy, it issues commands to the unseen layers of reality. Old fears, hidden beliefs, and silent rejections leave fingerprints in your field, and it's those fingerprints that reality uses to shape what shows up next. You're not attracting the wrong reality because you're broken or unlucky. You're attracting it because your aura is loyal. Loyal to your old patterns. Loyal to who you used to be. Loyal to the beliefs you absorbed before you ever knew they were optional. And that loyalty shows up in the form of repeated outcomes, not because you want them, but because your energy still agrees with them. Your aura is not just a glow, it's an intelligent field, constantly mirroring your emotional memory, your unconscious permissions, and the vibrational blueprint of how you see yourself. When it's shaped by unhealed pasts or identities you've outgrown, it pulls in experiences that match, even if they contradict your current desires. That contradiction is the gap between who you think you are and what your aura still remembers. So the struggle isn't random, it's precise. Your reality is listening, but it's listening to the signal behind the words, the charge beneath the thoughts. If you keep meeting resistance, repeating pain, or attracting scarcity, it's not because your aura is failing. It's because it's faithfully projecting outdated agreements. This is where the shift begins, not by chasing a better future, but by understanding the energy you've unknowingly been sending. The moment you update your energetic signature, the wrong reality loses its invitation, and the right one begins to find you. So, are you ready to stop attracting the wrong reality and finally align your aura with the life you truly deserve? Comment, "I am ready." Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Awaken the Energy that creates your highest timeline. 1. The signature within your aura. That every person carries an invisible signature within their aura, an energetic map made not from what has happened, but from how they reacted to what has happened. This isn't about memory or belief, it's about the exact imprint left behind when a moment was met with resistance, surrender, avoidance, or resilience. When an experience occurs, it doesn't simply pass through you. Instead, your reaction shapes the energy around you, leaving a trace, a form, a rhythm. That reaction becomes a stored energetic shape, and over time, the repetition of certain reactions solidifies into a pattern. These patterns are not passive. They act like silent instructions, telling reality what kind of events, people, and results to keep bringing into your life. Your environment also plays a role, not by what it contains, but by how you adapt it to it. When you adjusted yourself to survive, to succeed, or to belong, those internal shifts made structural changes to your aura. These changes are not emotional. They are architectural. Your aura reshaped itself around the environment, building energetic scaffolding to support that version of you. Even when you leave that environment, the scaffolding may stay unless consciously removed. This can result in a mismatch where your outer world has changed, but your aura is still broadcasting a structural blueprint built for somewhere else. And because reality responds to the structure, not your intention, you continue attracting conditions that match an old version of yourself. These layered reactions and adaptations form a distinct identity within your field. It's not about personality or preference. It's about the energetic shape you've unconsciously built. That shape speaks to the world around you. It silently communicates what you are prepared to receive, what you unconsciously resist, and what you energetically dismiss. Reality listens not to your words, but to this energetic identity, and it reflects accordingly. If your field is shaped around struggle, life mirrors that back. If it's shaped around vigilance, life offers more reasons to stay alert. Your aura doesn't speak in language, it speaks in structure. That structure becomes your signal. This signature has a magnetic precision that goes unnoticed but never stops working. It draws experiences with uncanny accuracy, not because they're familiar, but because they match the specific energetic alignment in your field. You may think you're choosing your outcomes, but in truth, your field is constantly pulling them in, aligning you with what fits your internal shape. This explains why similar situations seem to repeat even when you consciously desire something else. The field is consistent even when the mind is changing. Until the signature itself is changed, the pull remains the same. But signatures don't just form from strength. They are often shaped through energetic compromises. These compromises are the silent deals we make within ourselves to avoid discomfort, maintain peace, or suppress truth. Each time you shrink, silence yourself, or force yourself to adapt when your energy wants something else, you carve a fracture into your field. Over time, those fractures distort the signal, and a distorted signal doesn't attract clarity. It pulls in confusion, contradiction, and misaligned opportunities. These subtle compromises, though small in the moment, become the invisible architects of future reality. 2. The aura's echo of inherited patterns. Your aura is not built solely from your own experiences. It also holds silent imprints that were passed to you through the energetic lines of your ancestry. These imprints are not always visible, but they leave a presence, a kind of residue that doesn't belong to your life directly, yet it influences how your field moves and responds. This generational energy residue is formed from unresolved patterns, emotional dead ends, or decisions left unhealed by those who came before you. It doesn't enter your aura by choice. It arrives through energetic inheritance, carried like a memory, stored in the field rather than in the mind. When these residues remain unrecognized, they begin to loop. These are invisible lineage loops, energetic cycles that play out again and again, not because you created them, but because you carry them. They don't speak your voice, yet they echo through your reality. They may create circumstances that feel oddly familiar, even though you've never personally lived them. A repeating sense of limitation, rejection, or conflict might not have started with you at all. Still, it finds expression through your life because your aura became the next host in a long chain of unbroken cycles. There's also an imprint of authority embedded within these patterns. It's not the kind of authority that gives orders. It's subtler than that. It's the weight of ancestral presence pressing through your energetic space, sometimes overpowering your own direction. This ancestral authority encoding doesn't ask for permission. It simply becomes part of the way your aura interprets life. The influence can be so deep that your own intentions feel weaker in comparison, as if something larger is shaping the outcome behind the scenes. That influence is not personal, but it moves as if it has the right to guide your life. As these inherited patterns repeat, they start creating templates, recurring outcome designs that begin to shape your life with consistency. These outcome templates are like energetic molds, causing certain types of experiences to form over and over again. You may begin to notice patterns in your finances, relationships, or progress that don't seem to reflect your actual efforts or desires. These repeating results are not simply bad luck. They are the result of energetic blueprints being activated through ancestral presence in your field. The key to shifting these patterns lies in recognition. When you learn to identify what is not originally yours, you weaken its ability to act through you. Recognizing non-originated energy is not about blame or resistance. It's about clarity. When your field is filled with voices and rhythms that did not begin with you, your reality starts to reflect confusion or conflict. But the moment you begin to see what doesn't belong to your essence, you begin to loosen the threads that hold those inherited conditions in place. The first real movement of freedom is not removal, it's recognition. The aura cannot clear what it cannot see. Once the source is acknowledged, the whole begins to soften. 3. Aura anchoring. Through environment. Your aura is in constant interaction with the physical spaces around you, even when you're unaware of it. Every environment holds a subtle field of energy that lingers in the walls, the furniture, the layout, and the objects placed within it. This energy is not symbolic, it is literal. Just as a sponge absorbs water, your aura absorbs the surrounding energetic residue wherever you go. If a place holds stagnation, pressure, or scattered energy, your field will take in that imprint and carry it forward even long after you've left the space. Over time, this intake begins to shape the way your aura organizes itself. Building patterns from repeated energetic exposure. In places where you spend a great deal of time, the structure of the room begins to influence the structure of your energy field. The positioning of walls, doors, windows, and objects doesn't just shape how you move, it also shapes how your aura holds itself. This architectural energy lock-in forms when repeated contact with the same space creates a kind of energetic mold. The more time you spend in a specific physical layout, the more your aura mirrors that spatial pattern. Even subtle arrangements, like the placement of a chair or a desk, can reinforce specific energetic behaviors in your field. It's not about what the space represents, it's about how its geometry and flow interact with your energetic movement. Objects within a space also carry weight, not in terms of physical mass, but in terms of energetic drag. Clutter, especially items that have not been moved or used in a long time, can begin to act as energetic blockers. They interrupt the natural flow of your aura, causing areas of stagnation or depletion. When the energy in your space stops flowing, your aura starts working harder to maintain balance, which can lead to a kind of silent, energetic drain. This isn't tied to mood or emotion. It's a structural response to a blocked environment. Over time, the drain becomes normal to your field, lowering its natural clarity without any obvious reason. The places you visit frequently shape your field through something called resonance reinforcement. Every location has a dominant, energetic tone based on its activity, design, and how energy has been managed there over time. When you return to a place again and again, your aura begins to adjust to that tone. It aligns itself to fit the dominant rhythm of that environment, even if it's not the most supportive for you. That alignment grows stronger the more time you spend there. Your energy begins to echo the place rather than the other way around. And because space reflects back what it holds, environments act like echo chambers. These spatial echo loops repeat the same energetic signals over time. If your aura absorbs a certain tone in a place and you continue to return, the environment feeds that tone back into your field again and again. The result is a closed loop where your aura and the space keep exchanging the same energetic impression, reinforcing it with every interaction. 4. How contracts within the aura. Redirect outcomes. Your aura holds more than just movement or impression. It holds energetic contracts that silently shape the direction of your life. These contracts are not written, spoken, or consciously remembered. They are formed in moments when your energy made an internal agreement, often during times of pressure, survival, or resignation. These are not moral decisions or emotional responses. They are energetic agreements made for the sake of endurance. In those moments, the field may decide, I will no longer reach for that, or this is the only way I can be safe. Once made, these agreements don't fade away. They embed into the energetic structure of your aura and begin redirecting how outcomes unfold, regardless of what you now want or intend. Over time, these embedded contracts create filters within the aura, unseen structures that shape what can and cannot enter your reality. These conditional attraction filters don't block everything. They only block what the agreement labels as unavailable or unsafe. It may seem like you're open to abundance, love, or recognition, but if there is an energetic agreement that associates those things with risk or rejection, the aura creates an invisible barrier. That filter alters the flow of incoming energy. It's not that opportunities are missing, it's that the aura diverts them before they reach you because they don't pass the conditions of the agreement. Many of these contracts come from promises made in a completely different energetic state. They were formed when your energy was shaped by urgency, loss, or deep effort. Even if your current state has changed, those old promises still run silently in the background. They are not governed by memory or logic. They are governed by energetic continuity. Unless they are directly addressed and dissolved, these past promises continue to act as guardians of the same boundaries they were created to protect. And because your aura respects its own laws, it won't break these contracts on its own. At the core of these contracts lies a permission system that operates beneath conscious awareness. Your aura will not draw in or stabilize any outcome that it believes, through contract, is outside its allowed range. Even if you speak new desires, take external action, or change your circumstances, the field obeys the deeper rules. If the agreement says you're only allowed a limited version of success or connection, the field will make sure that limitation is honored. This isn't about worthiness. It's about energetic permission. Until that permission is consciously expanded, the aura will redirect anything that crosses the limit. Some of these agreements exist as unspoken vows, energetic declarations made so deeply they form a kind of binding code in the field. These vows can be powerful, final statements of refusal or allegiance that shape the field without any visible sign. They do not need words. They live in the energy's structure. As long as they remain intact, they establish conditions that the aura will not violate. No matter how much outer effort is applied, the energy will continue to flow in the direction the vow has locked in place. 5. Energetic tones and disruptive harmonics. Your aura holds a silent tone, one that is not heard with ears, but felt through the flow of experience. This tone acts as a blueprint, shaping how smoothly or chaotically your reality aligns with your movements and desires. It's like an underlying hum that influences how life responds to you. When the tone is steady and coherent, it creates pathways where events can connect and flow with ease. But when the tone is unsteady, reality starts to misread your direction. This tonal vibration doesn't come from your thoughts or intentions. It exists at a level beneath them, as a direct expression of your internal energetic rhythm. That rhythm, like an internal instrument, is affected by whether you allow your true energetic movements to express themselves fully. When those movements are held back, ignored, or disconnected from your daily life, they begin to press against your field in fragments. This creates internal instrument disruption, where the natural rhythm that should guide your tone becomes broken or uneven. Instead of a full and fluid energetic presence, your field begins to produce scattered signals, some reaching out, others pulling back. The result is interference. Not chaos, but a quiet disruption that slowly changes how clearly your tone can be recognized by life around you. As this interference builds, the aura starts sending out fragmented harmonic output. This means that parts of your energy may attract experiences, but the attraction lacks fullness or clarity. You might receive a version of what you intended, but it comes incomplete or altered. You may start something that seems aligned, only for it to fall apart midway, or find yourself in experiences that reflect your efforts, but not your essence. These are not failures. They are reflections of harmonic misfires. When the tone is fragmented, the results are partial. The energy reaches the world in pieces, and so the world responds in pieces. Because of this fragmentation, even when you set clear goals or work with strong focus, the results can miss their mark. This is called opportunity mismatch through dissonance. It's when your outer action and inner tone do not match in clarity, causing opportunities to either slip past, arrive out of sync, or manifest in forms that don't quite fit. Life hears your signal, but it hears it through distortion. So it responds, but not in the way you expect or desire. This isn't a matter of effort. It's a matter of tone matching. The only way for reality to respond in full alignment is through vibrational coherence. When the inner tone becomes whole, steady, and undistorted, it creates a unified field that speaks clearly to life. This coherence allows the world to recognize your energetic presence without confusion. It doesn't require perfection, just alignment. The tone doesn't need to be loud, only true. When your inner rhythm becomes a stable presence in your field, the outer world reflects it without interference because there is nothing left to interrupt or distort the signal. 6. Foreign energies and aura contamination. Your aura is not a sealed container. It's a living, responsive field that interacts with the energies around it. Because of this openness, your field can sometimes take on energies that do not belong to you. These are not symbolic influences. They are real energetic substances that can shift how your aura operates. When another person carries unresolved or chaotic energy, and you remain in close proximity to them, especially over time, their unprocessed energy can infiltrate your field. This uninvited energetic infiltration doesn't always feel intense. In fact, it often blends quietly into your system, slowly altering your field's natural clarity and changing how you interact with the world. These changes are not only caused by individuals. Physical places with high levels of chaotic activity, such as constant conflict, fear, or overstimulation, can leave lingering fragments of disrupted energy in the air. When you move through or stay in such spaces, your aura can collect that energy the way fabric collects scent. The fragments do not just hover, they attach and stay. Over time, these residues can begin to form subtle overlays within your field. You might notice a shift in your inner stability or outer interactions without knowing why. Often, these shifts come from the leftover imprint of environments that your aura absorbed without permission. In some cases, your field may be exposed to more dominant or forceful energetic personalities. These individuals carry such strong, expansive energy that their fields can extend beyond their own boundaries and override others nearby. This form of aura hijacking isn't always aggressive. It can happen through unconscious intensity or prolonged exposure. When this occurs, your own energetic rhythm is pushed aside, and the foreign energy takes up space inside your field. This redirection weakens your aura's ability to hold its own position. Your actions may start to reflect patterns that are not truly yours, creating confusion and imbalance in your life direction. When foreign energies embed themselves, they begin to disrupt the natural guidance system within your aura, your energetic compass, which helps you move toward aligned experiences, becomes clouded. This confusion isn't mental, it's energetic. You may feel a sense of being pulled in directions that don't feel right, or attracting situations that don't reflect your real nature. These distortions are often caused by non-native frequencies, which alter the energetic code your aura sends out. Reality then responds to that altered signal, leading to mismatched outcomes that don't resonate with your truth. Purification of the aura does not begin with removal. It begins with recognition. Trying to cleanse or clear your energy without identifying what doesn't belong can lead to cycles of temporary relief without true resolution. The moment you can sense what is not yours, what feels foreign, heavy, or out of sync, you activate the first stage of clearing. Recognition brings the foreign energy to the surface. From there, your aura can begin to separate from it naturally, restoring the original clarity that was present before the contamination took hold. 7. Misfires in energetic reciprocity. Reciprocity is a natural law of energy. What you send out is meant to return to you in some form. However, the process isn't always as direct or clean as it seems. When your aura carries subtle distortions, the energy you release can create a twisted return path. This is called a distorted feedback loop. You may take aligned action, speak clear intentions, or offer genuine presence, but the results that come back don't reflect what you put out. Instead of clear reflections, you receive responses that feel misaligned, confusing, or even the opposite of what was expressed. These misalignments are not random. They are reflections of deeper energetic interference within the loop itself. In some situations, the energy that leaves your field carries a pure intention, but once it enters the energetic web of reality, it undergoes an inversion. This is what creates the phenomenon known as inversion of attraction intent. You may feel confident in your direction, act with clarity, and express your needs without confusion. Yet the result is a reversed outcome. Support becomes resistance. Connection turns into distance, or progress transforms into blockage. The inversion doesn't come from a flaw in your desire. It happens because the signal your aura transmitted wasn't interpreted accurately within the energetic layers it traveled through. This happens due to energetic mistranslation. The field around you, what some may call the energetic architecture of reality, receives your output like a language, but if that language is layered with subtle noise or static, the message is misread. Just as a radio station sounds distorted when off frequency, your energetic message can become scrambled during transmission. The universe doesn't reject your signal. It simply cannot read it the way you intended. So the outcomes that arrive may appear unrelated, delayed, or completely out of alignment with your original expression. Another layer of this distortion comes from broken reciprocity rhythms. The energetic dance of giving and receiving relies on an invisible rhythm, a natural sequence where you send energy and the field responds. When this rhythm is disrupted, even powerful energy outputs may not reach their full return. The return might be delayed, slowed, or rerouted through unrelated channels, making it hard to trace or trust. This break in rhythm can leave you feeling unseen or unsupported, not because you're doing something wrong, but because the rhythm itself has fallen out of sync. It's like sending a signal into a system that's not currently wired to respond in time. For reciprocity to flow as it was intended, field clarity must be restored. A clear field acts as a precise return magnet. When your energetic space is free from static, inversion, or mistranslation, the energy you send out moves through clean pathways and is received with accuracy. Only then can the outer world return to you what truly matches the core of what you gave. This clarity doesn't amplify the energy. It simply delivers it in its true form, allowing reality to respond with integrity. 8. Synthetic auras and the false frequency trap. A synthetic aura is not created by accident. It forms when a person unknowingly adopts energetic patterns that don't originate from their own core essence. One way this happens is through the unconscious mimicry of others' energetic personas. These are not merely copied behaviors or attitudes, but deep energetic imprints taken on in order to feel more accepted, validated, or safe. The field begins to reshape itself based on the projected energy of someone else rather than what naturally arises from within. Over time, these adopted patterns become layered into the aura, creating a false structure that still radiates energy, but not energy that reflects your truth. Social programming plays a powerful role in building these energetic masks. Expectations from culture, community, and roles we are told to play begin shaping the projection of our aura. When you consistently show up as the version of yourself that you think others want to see, your aura reflects that constructed version. It sends out signals based on a false identity. This projection might be admired, rewarded, or even celebrated, but the reality it attracts won't match the deeper resonance of your soul. It creates a life that may look successful from the outside but feels hollow or disconnected inside. The longer the projection continues, the further the field drifts from alignment with what was originally yours. Synthetic auras often generate results that seem promising at first: temporary successes, quick opportunities, or sudden validation. But these outcomes don't hold. The reason is that they are magnetized by frequencies that don't have long-term resonance. This is the collapse of illusory success. When the energetic foundation isn't real, the structure built on top cannot remain stable. The reality attracted through a synthetic aura begins to break apart over time, often leading to confusion about why things that once worked no longer do. It's not due to failure, it's the natural unraveling of something that wasn't fully rooted. Living with a synthetic aura creates something more subtle and serious: energetic identity drift. The longer your field operates on borrowed frequencies, the more your internal compass weakens. This drift moves you away from timelines and opportunities that were originally designed for your natural frequency. The further you drift, the harder it becomes to recognize your own resonance. You may begin to question your path, feel uncertain about your desires, or chase outcomes that were never aligned with your essence to begin with. It's not a loss of self. It's a layering over of something that was always there, but became hidden. The return to integrity begins with reclaiming the native field. This isn't about trying to add something new. but removing the layers that never truly belong to you. The native field carries a tone that doesn't need to be learned. It only needs to be revealed. Every synthetic layer removed brings back a deeper connection to the energy that was always present beneath the surface. As these false frequencies fall away, your aura returns to its rightful structure, and reality begins to reflect the alignment that only your original tone can create. When your aura is unclear, reality doesn't misjudge you. It simply mirrors what's present in your field. Each segment we explored reveals how the unseen layers within your aura silently shape the life you attract. From inherited patterns and environmental locks to energetic contracts and foreign distortions, every element leaves a trace that reality reads. Misfires, synthetic personas, and tonal dissonance are not signs of failure. They're reflections of what your field is carrying. But the moment you begin to recognize these layers, everything begins to shift. Alignment doesn't require force. It only requires clarity. And clarity begins when you stop repeating what's not yours. If this opens something for you, like the video, it's how this energy confirms you're ready to dissolve distortion. If someone came to mind while listening, share it. Your field is already guiding you to clear collective echoes. If your path feels ready to align fully, subscribe. This channel reflects your decision to reclaim your true field.